Well, I'm back out at my camp. It is minus 36 today, very cold. Got the fire going. And my plan today is to pack up a few things from camp. Stove jack, a stove base, I got that tarp, and head over to my second camp. Start working on that today. I know I said I wouldn't be back out at camp for a while, but this big ice road job got put on hold. So they gave me an extra week of free time. Unfortunately, it's so cold out. I'm still thinking about just staying here for the day, just canceling my plans. So I'm just packing up my sled. It's my stove jack. Here's some parts for the base for my stove. 15 by 20 tarp. Extra rope. Oh, my birdie friends are here. Better feed them. And a large frying pan. See if I can fit all this in here. You guys hungry? All right, my mini sled is packed up and I'm ready to go. Well, I had to stop and get this fire going. Just a real quick debris fire. This tree right here, it went all the way out. Just used my body weight leverage, snapping off big pieces. Got this fire going right away. I'm freezing. Well, I haven't got a lot accomplished yet. I'm just stopping for some lunch. I got my first sled up to my shelter location. Pretty slow going in this weather. I'm trying to make pancakes and bacon. It's not going quite as planned. They're falling apart, but it's still tasting really good. Cheers. Well, there's nothing more Canadian than drinking maple syrup out of a can. I got my ridge pole up between these two trees, and normally I like to strip the bark off, make it nice and smooth so there's no rough edges for the tarp to get ripped on, but that's not going to happen today. I just took my axe or my hatchet and just knocked off any sharp bits that I could find. Well, this is where I'm at so far. I got my tarp stretched out, and I have little tent pegs I made out of twigs holding it all down, and then I have a couple of logs on top to weigh that down. You notice that I don't have any supports yet, but that's okay. I don't want to make this too permanent because when all the snow melts, you know, this is going to be too high off the ground. I'll have to lower everything down. But for now, this is good. I'm just surprised that it wasn't windy, because you know what it's like to work with a tarp in the wind. Well, I'm really liking this new camp setup. I don't want it too permanent because I might go exploring and find a better spot and then have to tear this down again. I want to keep this camp as mobile as possible by just keeping minimal tools here. Tarp, stove, saw, axe, rope, grill, you know, that kind of stuff. There, I got a new view. Got a few real nice views now. I think I'm all pretty much set up. I don't have any supports in the roof, but this roof is steep enough that I think all the snow is just going to slide off anyways. That toolbox I made works as a pretty good seat. There's my stove. Have to make some better legs for that thing. And just a few tools over here, crosscut saw, my large frying pan, hatchet. Pretty minimal. Not used to having snow on the floor. And then I have a drying rack I made up top. Everything gets wet, cold, so it's important to dry it off before you leave. Now that the work is all done, it's time for a cup of coffee and a pipe. So these two sleds and this tarp are coming back with me to my base camp. I just wanted to show you what kind of a nightmare it is. I just pulled my sled up this hill. It's just nothing but thick deadfall everywhere. I just made it back to my camp. I was going to originally stop for a fire and a drink and warm up. But by that time it's going to be pitch black again. So I'm just going to make sure everything's all buttoned up and just keep going.